Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. Look, we've all seen the massive headlines and those wild market swings in the crypto space over the last few years. And I know a lot of you already follow the industry closely. You know the major players. But sometimes, stepping back to distill the raw foundational mechanics, the actual engine running beneath all that hype, is absolutely essential. So today, we're completely stripping away the noise to look at the first principles of this ecosystem. We're going to bypass the surface-level chatter today and ask the real investigative questions, like what actually gives an asset like Bitcoin its value? How does a blockchain achieve flawless consensus when there is literally no central authority overseeing it? And out of all those wild technological claims you hear about crypto, which ones actually hold up under scrutiny? Well, today we are dissecting the core mechanics.
Section 1. Welcome to digital money, decentralized digital currency.
Think about the money sitting in your checking account right now. Traditional currency is issued and controlled by governments and banks, right? It relies entirely on a central authority. Well, cryptocurrency flips that traditional model totally on its head. Born from the ashes of the 2008 financial crisis, Bitcoin launched in 2009 as a trustless alternative. It's a form of digital money operating on a decentralized global network. There's no single bank pulling the strings here. Instead, every single transaction is verified by a massive distributed network of computers all around the world. And since that elegant launch back in 2009, thousands of other cryptocurrencies have popped up, each trying to build on that exact same decentralized foundation.
Section 2. Unlocking the blockchain, the engine room.
At its core, a blockchain is simply a digital ledger that permanently records transactions. I know, it sounds incredibly simple, maybe even a little mundane, right? But this unchangeable record book is actually the breakthrough technological innovation that makes the entire decentralized ecosystem possible in the first place.
The pure genius of this technology is best understood through the shared notebook analogy. Imagine a notebook that isn't just locked in one person's desk, but is shared simultaneously by thousands of people. Every single time someone writes down a new transaction, everyone else instantly receives the updated version of that notebook. Because everyone holds an exact copy, trying to fake, change, or manipulate a past record is practically impossible. The rest of the network would spot the discrepancy and immediately reject it. This brilliant consensus mechanism is exactly what makes the blockchain transparent, highly secure, and incredibly resistant to fraud. Section 3. Coins, tokens, and terminology. The cast of characters.
First up, there is a very clear division of labor in the crypto space. On one side, you've got Bitcoin. As the original cryptocurrency, it's frequently referred to as digital gold, basically because its primary purpose is simply to store and transfer value securely. On the flip side, you have altcoins, which just stands for alternative cryptocurrencies. This encompasses literally everything other than Bitcoin, including massive networks like Ethereum. Ethereum doesn't just store value, it acts more like a decentralized supercomputer, currently processing billions of dollars in smart contracts. These alternative projects focus on entirely different utilities. Think decentralized finance, gaming, and even artificial intelligence.
Now, you probably already know the traditional market cycles. You've got bull markets driven by high investor confidence and rising prices, and bear markets defined by pullbacks and negative sentiment. But in this space, you also have something called alt season. This is a highly anticipated phase for many network participants, where those alternative coins we just talked about start significantly outperforming Bitcoin in overall market value.
Now, what's really interesting about this concept is market capitalization. To measure a project's true size, we calculate market cap, which equals the current coin price multiplied by its circulating supply. It's incredibly easy to spot a cheap coin and assume, hey, this is a bargain. But market cap reveals the actual total value of the entire cryptocurrency project. It's really the only accurate way to compare the scale and weight of different projects side by side.
Let's talk about security terminology, which is arguably the most vital element to master here. Sure, your digital wallet stores your crypto, but your private key is the secret cryptographic code that actually proves you own it. The stakes here are absolute. If you lose your private key or your backup recovery phrase, you lose access to your assets permanently. There is no customer service hotline in a decentralized world. Just ask the early adopters who accidentally threw away old hard drives containing hundreds of millions of dollars in completely inaccessible Bitcoin. Ouch!
Section 4. Essential Rules for Beginners, the Survival Guide.
Okay, here is your crucial survival checklist for navigating intense market volatility. Number 1. Never ever invest more than you can afford to lose. Number 2. DYOR, which stands for Do Your Own Research.
This is basically the golden rule of the community. Never deploy capital just because a project is trending on social media. You really have to understand the technology and the team behind it. Number 3, beware of scams. And number 4, secure your wallet. Remember, legitimate platforms will never ask you for your private keys. Ever.
Speaking of scams, let's highlight some giant red flags. If you ever come across phrases like guaranteed profits, 100x returns, or risk-free investment, literally run the other way. We have to be completely objective here. Absolutely no legitimate investment can guarantee returns. These are sophisticated psychological traps designed specifically to prey on human greed and market newcomers.
Section 5. Busted. Top crypto myths. Fact versus fiction. Let's do a rapid-fire sequence here.
Myth number 1. Bitcoin has no real value. The fact is, Bitcoin's value is firmly anchored in traditional economic concepts. Its value comes from its mathematical scarcity, its highly secure, decentralized design, powerful network effects, and the massive global demand to hold it. Honestly, just like gold, its worth is determined by supply, demand, and widespread market confidence.
Myth number 2. You need thousands of dollars to invest. The fact is, you absolutely do not need to buy a whole Bitcoin. Modern exchanges allow you to buy small, affordable fractions of cryptocurrencies. Actually, a single Bitcoin can be broken down into 100 million smaller units called Satoshis, or sats, making the network highly accessible to basically any level of capital.
So, the crucial point here is addressing this persistent myth that crypto and blockchain are the exact same thing. The fact is, they're distinct. Crypto is the currency itself, while blockchain is the technological engine powering it. Bitcoin is really just one specific application running efficiently on top of the much larger blockchain framework.
Section 6. The future of blockchain, beyond the horizon.
The utility of this engine is expanding vastly across the broader economy. In finance, it's powering decentralized finance and global cross-border payments. In supply chain management, it's being used to create completely unfakeable logistical tracking networks. Over in tech, it's intersecting with artificial intelligence, verifying digital identity, and even enabling the tokenization of real-world assets. This technology has undeniable staying power that goes way beyond the initial market hype.
Navigating this rapidly developing industry requires a strong, objective foundation. The most successful participants in this ecosystem keep learning continuously. They stay incredibly cautious with their operational security, and they look right past the fleeting social media hype. Whether you're fascinated by Bitcoin, Ethereum, or the expanding potential of the underlying consensus technology itself, understanding the core mechanics we've distilled today is absolutely your best advantage.
Which leaves us with this final thought. As blockchain continues to quietly integrate into all these different industries behind the scenes, what do you think will be the killer app that finally brings it seamlessly to the masses without them even knowing they're using it? And hey, think back, what was the very first cryptocurrency you ever heard about?